Hi, this is Stephanie Farron, the Technology Facilitator at Butler High School, and this quick video tutorial will show you Edgenuity using the student view as a teacher. So in this video, we will cover, again, the website login information for both students and teachers, how to access the course lobby and what it tells us, how to look at the course map and what it tells us, and using the course organizer and what it tells the students. So to begin, we will log in to Edgenuity. You will open a web browser and either go to edgenuity.com and in the top right hand corner click login, or you can go straight to learn.education2020.com, which will give you the access to both a student and an educator login. So as educators, we log in with our UID number, which is our NC EdCloud 10-digit number, and our birthday, year, month. For students, they log in with their ID number with a prefix such as CMS or a 3-digit courier code of their school, like 361, and their password is their ID number. But teachers can log in as students by using the exact same user ID number and password to see the student view. Just remember that you must assign a course to yourself in order to view it as a student, and that the thresholds and weights and prescriptive testing are all going to be one of the things that you'll have to deal with if you navigate through a student view. In other words, you will see and interact with Edgenuity exactly as a student would in this course. So I have logged in as myself, Stephanie Farron. You can see that in the top right hand corner. This is also where I can sign out. So I can see the student view. In this view, once you log in, you can see your course list on the left-hand side, and then this will be your lobby, and it will change based on the course you select on the right-hand side. So, a couple things to note. In your course list, you have 4 different types of courses that are arranged by subject curriculum. So, social studies, science, math, and language arts. You do have to have a course assigned to you in order to see it as a teacher. You can look at each course. Now, looking at these social studies courses, I've assigned a bunch to me since I am a social studies teacher to review them. If it just says NC, this is the NC standard curriculum. If there's nothing at the end, no initials, or IC, that's initial credit. This one right here is the civics and economics course for credit recovery, or CR. Additionally, if we look down like in the science and math courses, VT stands for virtual tutor, and these are the virtual tutor courses for ACT and then SAT prep. All students currently at Butler High School should have some type of VT, ACT, or SAT prep assigned to them, so that if they choose to use Edgenuity, they can do that. And then if a course is assigned to them additionally, we can do that. As a teacher, you can also remove courses from students so they don't see too many or get confused as to which one they use. When we click on the course, that's going to pull up the course info in the lobby. So we have the course completion information. These boxes are units or lessons. They're going to color code as we start moving through the course. Red is behind, orange is they're actually working on it, blue is on target, and green is ahead. This is just determined by Edgenuity based on the start and stop dates that the teacher enters into the course itself. So once I assign a course to a student and put a beginning date and an end date, Edgenuity will lay out how much work the student needs to complete each day and remind them what they need to do each day in order to stay ahead or on task. The course will tell me the completion rate, but it will also tell me what my overall grade is. That will actually change based on how far I've completed the course. I have some buttons down here at the bottom. I can sign out. I can view the course map, so I'll do that right now. What the course map will show a student is another way to look at the course and all the items that I will need to do. I can open each of these things to see the state standards, the transcripts of the videos, the skills and objectives, and the things I'll have to do for each of the items in order to complete the course. I can also return to the lobby. So in the lobby, as a student, I can communicate directly with my teachers via chat or email in Edgenuity itself. As a teacher, I can do that as well. I would simply click Next Activity to move into my activity. It's going to begin automatically. It's going to tell me what it is and the type. It's also going to probably prompt a video tutorial that you'll see. Now, if I hold my mouse down at the bottom of my, I'm going to mute this here, of my activity, you're going to see a couple other things. I see that the video itself is 41 seconds. If I want to add closed captioning so I don't have to listen to this teacher talk, I can add the closed captioning and read the information that he's saying. I can adjust my volume both here and on my computer. I can also do any other settings that will tell me what the media is in case I have problems with it. I can tell my teacher that I'm not getting this video to come up. In the top right-hand corner, I can drop down to different languages. So for example, if I want this in Spanish, I can click Spanish, and then it will change everything on the unit into Spanish. I can take notes or highlight right onto this, so that way those notes will be available to me when I take a quiz. So that's important. Now I'm going to show you what an actual course looks like logged in as a student and a student who's currently working in Edgenuity. So this student is in Math 1 Credit Recovery. So when I click on the course, and if you notice we've removed all the virtual tutor, SAT, and ACT prep for them, this might be something as a teacher you want to do so that way the students don't get confused as to what courses and assignments they need to complete. So when I click this, I can see that the student is still behind. He's only 52% complete. I can see that very quickly by just looking at the colors. His overall grade is 65%, but his actual grade is only a 57.8 because he's only 65. His grade for the course is 65, but he's only 52% complete in the course. I would simply click Next Activity to see where he's at. It actually tells me here his next activity is a unit test. Just FYI, as teachers, students cannot take a unit test until you choose to unlock them. They can only progress through the quizzes, and they get 2 chances in each of the quizzes. Okay, so I want to show you what the organizer looks like. So when I click organizer for the students, you're going to have any announcements that you've sent to your students and by date. I can actually look at reports, and this is really important for the students. I can get the scores and feedback of all my assignments. So this is actually just sort of like PowerSchool. By clicking this course, I can see exactly when I completed it, how many attempts I made, and what my score was, and if there were any comments given to my students. I can click back. I can also look at my own progress report. I don't have to wait for my teacher to print that, and that's going to show me exactly how many assignments I've done out of the total. Okay, so he's done 92 assignments out of 285, 37 quizzes out of 65, 4 tests out of 10. So that shows me where I am in the course. Okay. I can look at the testing, especially if there's prescriptive testing. In other words, if this is credit recovery, you can choose to have students complete a test, which will drop them into a unit or exclude them for a unit based on how high the threshold that you set for them to do. This is the important one, the assignment calendar. So as a teacher, when I put in the course and I put in the start and end times, it will show me what, as a student, I need to complete each day in order to stay ahead. And then I can look back through to see if I'm ahead or behind. Okay, so he got behind right here because he only did this quiz, but he was excluded, and I can move forward. So I want to go to today's date, which is November 9th. So if I come down to this week, we can see where he is and that he's behind for where he needs to be. So this is really important to show your students so that they can see where they are in relation to the course and how far back they are. In addition here, we can look at an attendance log. This is what your teachers can see as well. The attendance log shows you exactly how many minutes they've logged in, how many activities they completed, the time on task for each day that they were on Edgenuity. And as a teacher, you can see that as well. It also has a standby or idle time. So if a student logs in but does not actually complete any work, it will list that as well. And students can see it as well as teachers can see it. Under resources, we can see plugins. This is important, especially if you're using this on, say, a Chromebook. You can make sure that you have the correct information and required plugins in order for Edgenuity to work. If ever you're having a problem, say a video is not playing, you can come in and look at the plugins and update those as need be, especially if you're doing this on your home computer. I don't think you'll need your fitness log or orientation, although there's a great video that the students will see the first time they log in. It's 8 minutes long that will show them exactly what I'm showing you now, how to navigate through the course lobby and materials in Edgenuity. Okay, and then finally, one other thing in reports. Their e-notes, if students have taken any online notes and not on paper, they will be able to navigate back and forth through those and have those available when they take tests. This is the only type of notes that they will have available for them while taking tests. It might be beneficial for you as a teacher if you encourage them to use e-notes to allow them to print them off before they take a test to make them more successful. So to exit out of the organizer, we would click the power button and then they'll move back to the course lobby. To log out of Edgenuity, top right hand corner where their name is, and they would click sign out.